Hello, and welcome to a new episode of The Cheap Seats. The season is drawing near. We've got 2 weeks to go. Next week, we've got a preview show. But before the preview show, we gather everybody. We've got Tyler, we've got Yusuf here to discuss the kits your teams are going to be wearing as the season starts. We call the show the Date Night Drip Show. So welcome, everybody. And yeah, let's have a good time. We're going to go through a lot of the kits, but most importantly, remember, this show is partnered with a Classic Shirts ZA. Please do go to their Instagram page, Classic Shirts ZA, or their website for Classic Shirts ZA, .co.za. All the kits we have are showcasing today will be on their website. You can get it from them. Really awesome delivery service. And we've got Yusuf, who is from Classic Shirts today, to kind of give us a flavor of whenever he sees kits come out, what does he think? And also, if you can wear it on date night, you can see he's wearing a kit we're going to be showcasing later on. And my date night is happening later on tonight. I'm wearing the Bafana kit because Banyana African champion. So well done to them. Outside of that, let's get going, but let's start with Tyler. Tyler, it's been a while. How are you doing?
Good. I'm happy to be at the Cheap Seats Fashion podcast for another year running. I think this is the best tradition on your podcast at the moment.
Yes, it is.
That doesn't say much for our views, though, Tyler.
I think you should pivot into fashion.
You guys are better.
So when the third kids come out,
that would pretty much be what Arsenal and United have done, pivoting into fashion.
We're going to talk about that. But Yusuf, tell us a little bit more about Classic Shirts today and how you're doing.
Yeah, no, we reached 2,000 orders today, so it's a milestone for us in less than a year. So,
guys, I'm only responsible for like half of that.
Yours doesn't even count because yours doesn't go through the system. So actually, it's like 2,500. Let's be honest. But yeah, 200,000 on the website. So a big day for us. And as you can see, the United shirt. It's just a teaser. This is my favorite one for the season.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. Yes, but obviously, yes, Yusuf.
No, I was just gonna say, nice shirt, Dean. Nice shirt, Npo.
No, thanks,
we have to get you yours soon.
So, remember, with Classic Shirts, you can go to their website. This is a discount code, CheapSeats99. You can get any of the shirts that are on there and put this discount code in. It just lets Yusuf know that we sent you. So we've probably been, of those 2,500, we've been responsible for 1.5. So just keep on on putting it through. But gents, it's an important start to the season. You've got to look good. You know, as Tyler was saying, teams are pivoting to fashion clubs. Teams are not pivoting. And so we're going to rate all the teams as to whether you can wear their kits out on a date. It is South Africa. You wear sports kits on dates. So that's going to be the rating scale, 1 to 10, or 0 to 10, depending on how you feel. We're going to go down the order, and we've got some notables and things to discuss. But let's start with the champions, Manchester City. They're looking to still keep on being champions. They are effectively deciding that, nope, the fashion kit era is not for them, with a really interesting blue Puma kit that's got nothing on it. But they've gone for a red away kit to kind of tease Wahid on this. I'm going to start with Wahid. What do you make of this red kit? And what numbers do you give Manchester City?
Just confirming that Manchester is red.
Oh, don't try and make this a Man United thing.
Okay.
But I don't love the City kits. To be perfectly honest, I think that that blue one's a bit weird. I don't think they've hit the mark there. The red one's a bit better, red and black, but I don't love them. I'm going to give that City home one like a 4 and the away one like a 4.5. I don't love these kits.
Tala, what do you make of the City kits? Are they going to remain being champions this season?
You know, Man City's actually had a very good run with their kits the past few years. They've had like really nice sort of like alternative type of kits. The home one, I don't know if you guys remember the third kit that they had, that Puma that just had Manchester City on the middle of their chest. And that home one reminds me a lot of that. It's so plain. Like the collars are interesting, but because it's just so plain and just, you know, you just have this big Etihad logo on it, it just looks really, really bad. So I'll give that just above a passing mark because of the collars. So that's 5.5. I actually sneakily like this away one. I don't know if it's date night worthy though. I think it's what you put in the reserve on your bench for like a date out in like the Walter Sisulu Botanical Gardens or something like that, like a fourth date type of vibe. I think it's a strong 6 out of 10.
Okay, you have to get through the first 3 dates, then find out she likes you. Then so when you pull it out, she's like, "Oh,
that is a
pretty
half
bad."
price. That is a half price Spur Monday night skit.
Yusuf, what do you make of these kids? What rating do you give them?
Can you let Dean go first? I'm going to get it in my head and then I'm going to explain my rating. 1 second.
Okay, Dean, what's your rating of these kids?
For me, like the City home one, I do quite enjoy the badge in the middle vibe that they've gone for. But the maroon trim is the thing that throws me. Like even on the players, it even makes Haaland look less scary with that combination on it. So like I don't rate that home one as high at all. I think it would have looked better if they just stuck like white on the sides, which would have been even more plain. So wouldn't have been spectacle. But yeah, as is probably like 3-4 out of 10. And then I'm with Tala, like the red and black does have a little bit of like a Tiger Woods vibe. You can wear it on a Sunday, you know. Get those golf vibes going, but the yellow as well, it's not great. So I mean, City are going to be up there with the football that they play. They're just not going to be up there with the kits that they wear. So
okay, so I'm giving the red one a 6.5 and the blue one a 5.5 as Tala would. But Yusuf, what do you say? What's your rating there?
Okay, so so the gents don't like the blue one, but I really like it. When you hold it in your hand, that way.
Okay.
The material feels really, really cool. So this is the player version. So what Puma call the ultra weave material. It's got like a nice diamond print on it. The badges, they feel really, really good. It's like a rubbery feel. It feels like it's worth the money.
How does it feel like that City badge compared to
like a champion
badge?
I don't know about the collars. They feel a bit cheap, but they're stretchy. So I guess if your head is big and it goes through nicely. What I really like about this season's Puma shirts is this
the logo.
Their logo.
Okay.
So it's like, you can see it like changes colors and in the light, and it looks really cool and makes it.
But the question is, Yusuf, will you wear it on a date if you went to Manchester?
Yeah, this is what I'm coming to. That necks and tires on the top, it's a no from me. So yeah, if it didn't have that, I think I would have given it higher. But I'm gonna go with a 5, and then the red and black one. I don't like the launch video. I don't know if you guys saw it, where they did the whole AC Milan, the Milan versus Manchester thing. I thought it was terrible. They've won no European championships. They can't compete with Milan. But so I'm gonna go, and I don't like the diagonal stripes. I just don't like where it's going. So I'm gonna give it 4. So a 5 for the home and a 4 for the away.
Okay, that means they're going to stay being champions. And somehow I've lost the Liverpool kit. That's wild. But anyway, we're going to carry on.
Why he deleted the Liverpool kit from the day.
He didn't. I was being facetious. But anyway, the second team this season is Liverpool. They've gone with a very, very plain kit. I think they've taken a leaf out of City's book. But then that away kit looks really, really weird. Tala, I feel like I'm going to pass out looking at that away kit.
You know what? I'm actually quickly trying to Google to see how it looks on someone before I pass like full judgment on it.
It looks like a
Unfortunately,
dyslexic child colored on a
Check
Spurs.
classic shirts on Instagram, man. Got
yes.
it on there. Yeah.
There we go. You can add classic shirts for that. Look, I'm actually looking at one of their promo shoots. No, man, it doesn't look real. I don't know. It almost looks like even in the promos that they like photoshopped it onto the players. You know what? It is a bit alternative. You know, if you're going to like the, like a aquarium type of vibe or the planetarium in Cape Town, like it's something for that sort of like vibe. Not quite sort of Zuidsmark in Cape Town. No, I'm moving the dates around. Some Joburg, some Cape Town. So yeah, I think they missed. I'll give them a 3 out of 10 for the away. The home is not too much better. Like Liverpool Liverpool last year had a good slate of kits. This year, not so much. 4 out of 10. So I guess that's good news for their football fans in terms of they're going to watch good football.
Yeah, they're going to watch some good football. Dean, what did you make of those kits?
I mean, that away kit looks like they tried to copy the Spurs out of this world away kit that we had last season, trying to be a little bit out there with that wavy pattern. But it looks like
it's better than the Spurs one.
It's not better than the Spurs kit.
No,
it looks like a piece of tinfoil that got caught in the sunlight, that away kit, if you look at it. So, like, it's not fantastic. So, yeah, avoid all metallic-based dates, I guess, in that one. But the home kit, it's just plain. I mean, it's like every other red kit like that I've ever seen. It's just plain, simple, but boring. Like they could have done something. I don't know how it looks in hand, like Yusuf did with the City kit there, like some of the finer details. But the home kit's just red. So like 4 out of 10 as well. And then the away kit, I mean, I applaud the effort to be out there, but execution is like 2. So no.
Okay, Wahid, what's your number on those two?
Oh, bro, that away kit looks like a dyslexic child colored on a Spurs kit with his crayons. Like I don't understand it at all, to be perfectly honest. It's like a plain white kit which went wrong, and it's way too alternative for me. I'm going with like a 3 on that and a 3 on the home kit as well. The home kit, to be fair, is just traditional. It's plain and red, and United have done that at times. Like our 07 kit was just pretty much plain red, but I don't know. We won titles in it.
Yeah, that's the reason why they are not trying to be a fashion club.
I have on. I've got 06 on today.
Yeah. Yusuf, what's your number for those?
Coming from last season's away kit, this season's away kit is a massive, massive downgrade. And I thought when I hold it in my hand, I'll look at it and I'll be like, oh, there's something at least in it. But yeah, for me, that's terrible. I'm going with a 3. From that color one, that off-white from last year, it's a massive downgrade. The home kit looks like a template, man. If I buy my from my local sports shop set of 14 kits and paste the Liverpool logo, and that's it. That's the shirt that they have. The material on the home kit is really nice, though. As a mitigating factor, but I find it very bland and boring. 3.5.
So Liverpool fans won't be wearing it out on date night unless they win trophies. Is that what you guys are saying? And based on that, it looks like Liverpool might beat City. But there's some clubs that are coming up, so you never know. The team that finished 3rd, Chelsea. At the time of doing the slide, they didn't have an away kit, but we confirmed that it is what it is. Also looks very weird. Nike's just really punished teams this year. Yusuf, what do you make of these and what's your rating?
Okay, so I've held the whole home kit in my hand, and I like the Liverpool one. You can just get any blue shirt and paste the logo on it. The collar does something, but I don't know if it's enough. It looks like my school's kit when I was back in school, my school kit.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys feel about Nike's template for this year? So they tried to do something like they did with the Total 90 in 2005 and bring out the template in the World Cup year. I don't know. I'm not feeling it.
So it's
Yeah,
another
so
3 for you.
yeah,
Like
I think the numbers on the screen show 3 and 3. I don't know. The away one also just looks terrible. The sponsor logo shows their rating, I think.
Tala, I don't know what's going on with Chelsea. They've got other problems in life, but the kit is not great.
Like, yeah, I feel like we've been saying this the last 2-3 years I've been on this show, that ever since they got that sponsor, they've just been on a downward spiral. I think this is what caused Roman Abramovich to have to sell his club, honestly. So
Started the war in Ukraine. Wow.
I mean, it's almost as bad. That's how bad this is. But yeah, in all seriousness, it's just, I mean, Yusuf put it well, that it just looks very plain. It looks like something from like a primary school team that's just been sort of, you know, like you get like in the low divisions of South African football, like those like Leeds United, Wasekasi type of teams. And this is what I think a Chelsea from like, you know, Mitchell's playing type of team would wear. The away kits, oh my word, that is so bad. That is honestly so bad. That is actually quite offensive. That's a 1 out of 10. But it just seems like everything in Chelsea is going down these days. And yeah, obviously I'll leave it to you guys next week for the footballing side of it. But yeah, it's not a good start with the kits.
Wahid, Chelsea just going through the most right now with this kit.
I don't mind that home kit. I think it looks quite nice. And I think the detail of the color is quite cool. So like I don't hate the home kit as much as everybody else, but the away kit is an absolute travesty. That should not be a football kit. It shouldn't be a fashion item. It should be nothing. That's terrible.
Dean, what do you think?
No, I mean, you can see what they tried to do on the home kit, where like they made it blue and then try to be a little bit extra at the end, and it looks like they sewed their grandma's tablecloth on the edge of the collar there. So it doesn't look good there. And they ran out of the same material and used the same thing on the away kit there and just stripes. So it's shocking. I mean, their fashion is about as good as their transfers have been this summer. So it's bad. So yeah, Chelsea fans have not a lot to look forward to on the pitch, in my opinion, and even less to look forward to in the wardrobe. So
well,
yeah.
the transfers have pretty much just been gazumped by Barcelona, and I don't think Barcelona are going to be gazumping their kit at any point.
That's true. So, Dean, this is your season. This is your moment. Nike has let everybody down, but
they let us down the most. They let us down the most.
So I like the home kit. A little classic. It Spurs. Like you can't run away from the white and thingy. But that away kit, I'm not. The Billabong FC. I think that's what we're gonna call you for the rest of the season when you wear that kit. But hopefully it brings a trophy, because this isn't great.
Like I was thinking about it. I mean, fine. Like the home kit that's white, the neon yellow, I'm not the biggest fan of, but like the previous seasons have been navy, so you see they want to go up a little bit out there. And literally our only saving grace is that there's not a lot of teams that play in white in the Premier League other than like Leeds, I think. So off the top of my head. So at least we'll wear the home kit a lot more often than we will have to wear the away kit. That away kit, when I first saw it like a year and a half ago, like leaked, I was like, please. Like after the third kit we had last season, it can't get worse. And then they released this purple black. It was, and they're trying to be like street, and the promo videos for it look, and everyone's like, no guys, it looks good on the play. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good on anyone. It doesn't look good anywhere.
Question. What shorts do you wear that away kit with?
No shorts. You should not wear it anywhere. You must not wear anything with it. Like that. It's terrible that we're going to have like hopefully our best season on the pitch and we have the worst thing to play in it. The only thing that I will say is that the third kit, and I've seen some leaks about it, does look like decent. So hopefully we play more in the third kit if we need to than the second kit. But I mean, I tried to defend this club with everything I have, and then they release this nonsense. Like they make it impossible, you know? So Tough.
Tala. Dean, what's your number for both?
Home kit, I'll give like it's standard. I'll give like 7. Honestly, away kit like negative a million. I'd like just Yusuf, don't list that one. Don't spread that crap around the world. It doesn't need to be spread.
Actually, it's the top selling Spurs kit at the moment for us. So
That's because people are going to make fun of us. That's the worst thing as well. People are going to buy that kit and they're just going to wear it for
it's
jokes.
the top selling Spurs kit, Yusuf.
yeah, it is. Their message was what, dare to be bold or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And I think I liked it. I liked where they were going with it.
Message
Would you wear it out on a date?
Execution. Oh, God.
No, if you go to like a marine, it looks like a rash vest.
Yeah, no.
Tala, what's your rating on this one?
I actually want to ask Yusuf about the home kit. Like, in face to face, how is it like that white? It seems like it's too white when you compare it to like
white.
the United away. Yeah, it's Oma white.
Nah, yeah, it's like
He's asking if it's like South Africa in the 1960s.
Pretty much.
I have no comment further. No, I actually like both the Spurs kits. The material is very nice on the home one actually. And when you hold it in your hand, it looks quite nice. Then you'll be surprised the away one as well. But yeah, I must qualify because Nike has this big disparity between the player version and the stadium version of the jerseys, or what they call Vapor and Stadium. So when you're looking at a player version of the jersey, it just looks wow. And then when you look at the stadium one of the home jersey, is just like the shiny white material, and it's really terrible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
yeah, I think that's my issue with it for date night purposes, that it rules out any outside dates. You have to pair it really... Yeah, you have to pair it really well for like a dinner type of date, and maybe something you can't eat anything messy with it, because that's the end of the kit. Like, if you... Yeah, any sort of like touching...
You only take it to an all-white party.
You can wear this kit on a date if you're catfishing someone because you're lying about what you look like anyway. That's where you can wear. That's where you wear this.
So kit. Yeah, the away is a 4. The home kit is a 4. The away kit, look, maybe if it's like you're an older gentleman or an older lady and you're taking out your partner with like your 2 sets of kits to like bounce or rush or something like that, that's where that is useful for. So you can give that a 2.5. Yeah, 2's high. Let's give it a 1.5.
So that means Tottenham, we're expecting something from you, Dean. We're expecting trophies this season because your fans are not going to be happy.
100% not.
Tottenham and trophies, bro. It's like the Proteas and trophies. You're getting your hopes up.
Okay, so now we're going to move into the fashion club era of the Premier League. We're going to start with Arsenal because they finished ahead of United. Arsenal Fashion Club producing bangers and bangers and bangers again. A black and gold kit never goes out of style. This one you can wear pretty much anywhere, even on like the first date. If you wear the away kit on the first date, guys, no, you're there. You've done well. So I don't know, guys. Between the two of them, I'd say 10 and 8 or even 10 and 7. The home kit, I love the collar. I want to wear it on Tiger Sundays at the golf course because of the collar. So I'm in. I'm in. The only problem is that it means that Mikel's probably going to get fired at the end of the season.
We can only hope. We can only hope.
Tala, your rating of these kits. You're an Arsenal fan.
Look, I think let's start with the home kit because it's a little bit below the standard of the Arsenal kits of the last few seasons. It is a little bit plain except for the collar. Like it's not creative at all. So you can give that a 6.5. The collar saves it quite a bit. Like the collar looks good, but yeah, let's give it a 6.5. The away kit is great. It just might be the best like singular kit I think in the Premier League this season. You can wear it anywhere. It's nice and versatile. You're outside, inside, day, night. It doesn't matter. You sorted with a kit like this for date night trip. It seems like Arsenal's having a great run with their away kits the past few seasons. I'm definitely going to try to get this one. I'll definitely use my Cheap Seats discount code to get it from Classic Shirts. This one is a 9 out of 10.
A 9, not even a 10.
That's you save 10s for the club we're going to talk about last.
Yeah, fact.
But Yusuf, what do you make of the Arsenal kits this season?
Okay, so I held the home one yesterday, and when I looked at it in person, first when I saw the promo pictures, I was like, oh, it's so boring and so plain. But I'm gonna go with an 8 for the home kit. I really, really, really like it. In player version, the kit really feels good. It looks good. I love how it does. I don't know if you guys seen at the bottom of their jerseys on their player version. If you put the picture up again on the away one, you can see that cut of theirs at the bottom. It's like rounded, and I really love that.
Well, I got these photos from your website, so like, yeah.
So that's the player version. The Arsenal one you have there is the fan version. So the player version, the material in it is obviously upgraded and has small extra features on it. The away one, wow, it's beautiful. But I'm gonna go with Tala. It's not a 10, it's a 9.
That's fine. Mine's in the post with the Cheap Seats code, Cheap Seats 99. That's all I'm waiting for. To start the season off right, because there's going to be a lot of tears, but at least I look good. And so Wahid and Yusuf, welcome to the Fashion Club era. We've been waiting for you. And so we'd like to welcome you with these beautiful, beautiful kits. Just know that when United lose, at least you'll be looking good. Wahid, what's your rating of your sets of kits?
So I must be honest, when I first saw the home kit, I didn't love it. But since I've seen it on the players and then playing in it, it has grown on me quite a bit. And I think I go at 7.5 on that home kit. It's very, very nice. But I'm not entirely certain about date night with that kit. So I think 7.5 there. I absolutely love that away kit. The away kit looks absolutely unbelievable, and I'm gonna go 9.5 on that away kit. I love it. I think it's absolutely brilliant. I think
Luckily you married already.
Yeah, we think. Yeah, yeah, you are well done. And I'm sure your wife will like you wearing a white shirt on a date.
I'm not allowed to wear kits on dates. I've been told I have too many and that those are for the house and when we're not going out on dates.
What do you wear then? You have like 2 other t-shirts that you own probably.
I've been told I have too many of these things and I need to wear other things when we go out properly.
So Yusuf, you're wearing the white kit. What do you think of it? How does it feel? Is it a 9 or a 9.5?
It's a 9.5. Let's start with it. 10s are reserved as we were told, so let's keep the 10 away. No, so I don't know if you can see there's like a little print on it right through the shirt, and then it has that thin pinstripe on it. I really, really love this shirt. Yeah, I took the first one I got. The design on the collar looks nice. I know there's references to LA Galaxy had a white kit with blue design, with blue and gold like this or whatever, but it's nowhere near the same thing. And then the stripes reference to the 99 away shirt. I really, really like that as well. It just feels great.
The badge isn't too big. Isn't the badge too big?
That's what I was worried about. The badge.
I didn't want the black edge of the badge. That's why I put it below the Arsenal.
I think it was the 99 one again.
That you're selling to. Yes, we can see that. Yeah. But
so it was in reference to that badge, and then you can see the stripe on there, and then the badge had the black around it. So yeah, I think as far as
hey, Arsenal fans, do you remember that kit?
Villa
Park, semi-final replay, Ryan Giggs cutting you to ribbons.
Okay.
And then the home one. The home one just reminds me of the 99 one as well. With the collar in that, and I absolutely love it. So 8 for me for the home one, and 9.5 for the white one, the away one.
So Tala, Adidas is effectively telling Manchester United fans that they must remember the treble year because they're not going to get much.
Look, I mean, it's great that they're wearing the home kit in commemoration for Ole. They manage. Oh, sorry, that's over. But no, I think it's two really good kits. I think I'm same as Wahid. The home kit, I didn't like it at first, but it grew on me a lot when I saw it on the players. Yeah, like it's sort of got that. It's a cross of two worlds of like the vintage and the new, and so it's doing that really well. So I think that's probably a 7, and let's give it a 7.5 out of 10. Because of the badge, I think the away kit falls just below Arsenal. And the problem with white or doing the white thing is that obviously Liverpool did it so well last year. So unfortunately, United fans have to be compared to Liverpool. So yeah, I'll give it an 8.5. I think it's a really good effort. And yeah, welcome to the Fashion Club era. It's really nice to have other clubs in it too.
Okay, guys, now we're going to just do a quick fire. I'm going to put up some notables and we'll go into some of the European clubs as well. Just quick thoughts on what you're thinking about these teams. So I just went around the Premier League, looked at some kits, and I came out with the ones that I liked. I like that Crystal Palace one. I think it's great. But then I don't know what's going on with Everton, and we can then see where Newcastle's getting their money from. Wahid, which kit do you think is the best out of these three?
Oh, none. I don't like any of them. I think they're all rubbish.
Hey, look, Everton's in for some tough times, yeah. Tala, out of these three, who do you think is going to have the better season?
If we judging it on the lack of quality in shirts, then Everton might be in the top 6 again this season. But yeah, it looks like I think this is gonna be the shirt they wear when they're officially relegated this season. You'll see that when like Michael Keane and the boys are holding their heads in their hands and they're all sad and crying, all that sort of stuff. No, it's not a good kit. I really like the Crystal Palace one. I like sort of the coloring in vibe of it. It is quite like, it's a good concept. They nailed it. The blue and red you'll never go away from that. And yeah, I mean, they
also have a black third kit, which I didn't want to bring out here because I think it probably could rival to be one of the best. So need to go.
Yeah, I think Crystal Palace is getting into a bit of a phase now where they're trying to look cool. They've trying to distance themselves from the Roy Hodgson era. Uncle Patrick is there. The types of players that they're buying. I mean, there's clearly a theme. So yeah, I think they're trying to be in their drip era, which is really nice. So I think the Crystal Palace one is the best out of that lot. Look, Saudi Newcastle. Hey man,
they have to pay the piper somehow.
Actually, you know what? High key, it could be a great Proteas kit. Great Proteas test kit. That's what we should do there.
Actually, maybe the Saudis could sponsor
Springbok away kit.
Springbok away.
Okay, Dean. Looking at the other sets of kits, Southampton's away kit looks like another aquamarine. I don't know what West Ham are doing with those sleeves, but Bournemouth are coming back with a very, very interesting third kit.
Yeah, like the Southampton one looks a little bit Maori inspired, like very like I've seen they've got like a few awards for it as well. Like people are rating that one quite highly, but I don't know what's wrong with my eyes. I don't dig that one at all. Also, I have no idea. I mean, I know Southampton's on the south coast, but it's quite a stretch to base your entire kit off the ocean when you haven't done it before. So I don't rate that Southampton one that high. The West Ham one, though, I do like. I think a lot can be done with a plain black kit, and then like some finer details. So I do like those sleeves. It's a little bit out there. I think it just kind of piques that interest quite a lot. But then, yeah, I mean, Bournemouth are just I really like Bournemouth as a club, and I mean, from where they've come to where they are now, and kind of what they're doing, and then to look that good in that kit, I think even the sponsor, a lot can be said about how a sponsor looks on a kit, and I think that sponsor on their kit kind of just fits. It all kind of looks like it was just well designed and put well together. So I really like West Ham, Bournemouth, but your Southampton. That's like, if you want to talk about away kits, that's like a New Zealand fourth kit. If you want to
Southampton have gone with a wave pool so that Dean can wear his Billabong rash vest to the wave pool.
We're gonna have a surfing competition when Southampton plays first.
Yusuf, those 3 kids we just put up, which one do you like the most?
So I'm going to start with the West Ham one. It reminds me of the Cape Town City one of the season, but inverted.
Yes, with the sleeves.
Yeah, and it was Umbro as well. So I think that they got the design from there. So it's nabbed off there, but I just love it. I love that sleeves with the black kit. It looks very cool. The Bournemouth one looks so sleek. I love it as well. And like Tala said, the sponsor just makes it really cool. The Southampton one, yeah, I don't see where they were going, where they were heading with that. It looks average, very average.
All I'm going to say is we're going to see a lot of these kits. I'm going to be wilding because guys are going to have to be smiling in them somewhere along the line.
Can I just quickly defend the Southampton away kit? I think it's almost there. Like I think they should have maybe gone a little, like they could have toned it down a little bit with the waves and the patterns there. But you know what? You're having a cycle on the promenade with your person. It's a nice sort of date. You're going for ice cream afterwards. I think this is a good thing to wear. So I think the Southampton kit is a bit underrated here.
Bro, nobody wears that to Moro Gelato. You can talk all you want. You're not seeing anybody in Moro Gelato wearing that Southampton kit.
They will definitely wear that. They will definitely wear that. That's definitely going to be a hit in Gelato Mania for sure.
Gelato
yeah. The West Ham kit, I think they could have done a bit more with it. Like they could have incorporated that pattern into maybe their sleeves. Yeah, and the collar.
Maybe the collar, like the United one, they did that. They have the collar in the sleeve. Yeah, that's
so then that would make it better, I think.
Okay, guys, let's move on. We're gonna go into La Liga. We're gonna do Serie A. I'm gonna go quickly through these ones. Quick thoughts. El Classico, the home kits for this year's El Classico. Which team is winning El Classico this year, Wahid, based on the kits?
The Barcelona one. I quite like it.
Barcelona.
Yeah, I quite like it. The Real Madrid one looks like a Test cricket jersey. It doesn't look like a football jersey. It looks like you're running out, like you're walking out to bat at number 5 for England. There, I don't like it. The Barcelona one looks a bit more like a football jersey, so I think they win the jersey debate there.
Tala, what do you think?
Yeah, look, I mean, it didn't help with Madrid that their promo video had them wearing long white pants and all that sort of stuff. They really did look like they were about to ask India to bowl first in Mohali. But I think it is a bit like, in terms of, we know Real Madrid, they Los Blancos, they've always got that. But I think this is a bit of a downgrade, so I would give it a 6.5. I really don't like the Barcelona kit. I think they've just there's that video of Michael Irvin saying we're losing recipes, and I think Barcelona is straight way too far from the light in terms of their kits from the 2000s. Like, what is this? It looks like it's like it's one of those like Pro Evolution soccer type of like teams that were fake. And then you just it's now being sponsored by Spotify, so they're putting the logo there, but it's actually not Barcelona, it's FC Catalonia or something like that. Like, it's not good. So I think it's a bit of a fail there.
Okay, I'm going to bring Yusuf in, but on these ones, the away kits. That Barcelona away jersey is scrumptious.
Barcelona away is good.
Oh,
it looks really good without the Spotify, actually. The moment you look at the ones with the Spotify, it doesn't look so great. But in defense of that Real Madrid home jersey that was up there, I really like that jersey in person. And then the Barcelona one looks like it's inspired by Soccer City, the home jersey. That design looks exactly like it's the design on Soccer City. Okay, I'm going away from the ones you asked me about. So
Okay, cool.
the away ones, I like that Adidas went with like that print. It could be like the snowflake and the bruised banana. It might be something for Real Madrid in there in that print. I really like it. I think it's very cool. And the Barcelona one, that's a map of Barcelona. It looks really, really cool. I'm not such a fan of maps on kits, but that one does look cool. And the color works. But then did you see again the difference between the player version and the fan version? The fan version doesn't have that map on it, and then it looks like
Is
a
it?
plain gold shirt. Yeah, it's terrible.
But you can get us the player version, right?
Of course, we get the player version.
Yeah, that's what we want. Tala, that purple one you can wear out on a date, though, surely.
I don't know.
Come on, bro, you can wear that.
I wouldn't wear it on a date, but I mean, you by all means. Look, yeah, I think definitely Barcelona wins the away kit battle. I think the Madrid one, I don't know, something's just not connecting because I like the concepts, the Bruce Banana thing, like Yusuf mentioned, like the sleeves are nice, the collar, the shoulder details good, but for whatever reason, it's just not all connecting for me. Maybe if it was a different color, it'd be better. I don't know, but yeah, I'm definitely a fan of the Barca one out of these two.
Yeah. Moving to Serie A, Wahid, you're gonna love seeing Romelu Lukaku in this very weird Inter jersey.
Why? Rom should just be happy that it's not hoops because big guys in hoops don't work too well.
Okay, let me say this, right? Which of these three kits is a banger? And I'm gonna go with Dean. Which one is the best one out of three?
For me, yeah, I don't like any of them. I think Inter without Pirelli has lost a lot of like the attraction. Juve with that not having solid stripes is tough. So if I had to guess the best of those three, I'd probably go Milan. But it still looks very busy. So yeah, Milan's probably the better one there. The Inter kit, yeah, I don't know why. I like the thicker black stripes. I don't know if it's got to do with that. Last season they had some really cool kits Inter, so I think they've been let down this season. And Juve over there, I don't like those like jaggedy half black gray lines. So yeah,
it's like snake. It's like snake print. So that it's a tribute to their newest players.
Tala, which ones do you like here? Which one do you like?
It's definitely the Juventus one. And the player was just mentioned now, but when Pogba was wearing that for the release video, it looked really good. I don't know if you guys saw that Juventus doing like a line of kits with like a Mexican brand or something like that.
Yeah, Mexican designer.
Yeah,
looks very, very cool. Yeah.
So
but that's only but did you realize that was only on the away kit and not the home kit?
So like, yeah, I think Juventus is also realizing that the end is near the end has come for their run, that they're going into a bit of a fashion era. Pogba has some experience with that sort of thing as well. So I think out of the three kits, it's definitely the Juventus one. I do really like the AC Milan one, especially with the Italian flag colors there on the sleeves. Yeah, I don't know. The Inter one just it misses the mark. I think it's difficult for these clubs with their like set like home kit things to do things well. Because Juventus tried to do a new thing. I think they nailed it. Inter tried to do a new thing. They didn't nail it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move into Bayern Munich. Seemingly, I don't know. It feels like they're going into a fashion club era. That home kit's not great, but that away kit is Real Madrid-esque again. I don't know. Dean, what do you think?
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Bayern last season have a black and gold kit?
They did.
Yeah.
Then they had a green and gold one.
Yeah, it feels a bit safe what they're doing here on their away. Like black, gold, white, gold, you're never going to miss. So it does look good. Can't deny that. But then the home kit, I mean, it's good. It's a nice kit. But for me, those lines are a little bit too busy. So it still looks really cool. But if I could choose to have some changes, I would kind of make some of the lines thinner or kind of spread them out a little bit. But I mean, you
think
can't
just
deny it.
put
They
the
do
lines
well.
in the sleeves and leave the
Yeah.
shirt itself plain.
Yeah,
It
it's
just looks
weird.
very busy. Like,
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the next one. It's Paris Saint-Germain PSG.
oh,
This was last season. PSG was a fast mover in terms of kits. This season, just I like the away kit a lot, and I like
these
the
are
thicker.
Nike's favorite boys. Like, you can tell who Nike likes and who they don't like.
Yeah.
Tala, will you see guys wearing these on dates?
No, definitely you'll see it with the away kit, especially. I think, look, with I think you can almost put Bayern in this category as well. That there's Bayern and PSG are seemingly know what they do, know how they want to do their kits, and they just make a few changes here and there every year. So I think they staying to that type of like. That template and executing it well. The away kit, I think, for PSG is great. The Jordan brand ones are always a hit. The home kit, I mean, yeah, obviously they're just going to remix red, white, and blue. And yeah, this year I think they've done it quite well. Just very quickly on the Bayern away kit. Like, obviously it is a bit of like cheap Real Madrid knockoff type of thing, but it looks really, really good. And especially for our brothers and sisters with a lot of melanin, it looks really good on them. Like when Sadio Mane wore that kit for their promo videos, exquisite.
Yeah.
So I think that's also probably a 9 out of 10 at least.
Okay, finally, I think we've reached the end, but not so much. This team got relegated out of Serie A last season, but then they realized that actually they really do need a pivot from football. And so they Venezia have brought out the most incredible kits, and it's a team from Venice. Their promo videos and shoots looked amazing,
Unreal.
and they released these 3 unreal kits. I give all of them 10 because I can wear them in every single date situation I can think of. It looks like I've stepped out of like a catwalk in Milan with all these kits. But anyway,
Those
this, I
models
think,
that they use. I mean, come on, dude. That's not fair. Like that model that they. She would make the Spurs away kit look good. To be fair,
she would. Hold up. There's only so much. But I want to start with Tala Venezia. What do you make of them? Should they be given automatic promotion off just off?
No, I think the Serie A missed a trick there. I mean, I know it's a league that has its history in corruption, but they should have done them a favor here, just get them up in the league. Because I will watch Serie A just to see these kits. Like, I watched the Venezia games last season just to be like, oh, these kits look really nice. And I don't know, like, I don't know if Venice just has a high, like, concentration of, like, early 20-year-old, like, thin model types, but every one of their, like, release videos look amazing as well. So they're creating a vibe, they're creating an aesthetic, as the kids would say, and it's really hitting. So that home kit, fantastic. The away kit as well. It is a bit of like a vintage rugby shirt type vibes because of the long sleeves. But I think this is something that you, especially, you know, in these colder winter months in Cape Town, this is something that you can, that's a necessity for date night. So you're going to a nice Italian joint in Cape Town, like, you waiting for that your lamb ragu. These are the type of kits that you want to wear. So Venezia, this is the 10 out of 10. I don't really mind. I don't really like the third kit, but the home and away 10 out of 10.
I'm in for the third kit. Wahid, what do you make? Can your wife allow you to wear this if you ever bought it?
So I'm the same as Tal. I don't love that third kit. It looks like a United Moyes kit done in gold. It's not my favorite in the world, but that away kit is absolutely unbelievable. I think that's like an 11 out of 10. And the home kit is amazing as well. So yeah. I think I might get wife buy-in, but unfortunately I've never worn a kit that's not United or England. So I'm not going to start now.
Hey, you might as well start now.
Yeah,
Dean,
with this one you can start really. Hey,
Dean, what did you make of these?
No, I mean, top marks for all of them. I really like all of them, and I think Venezia as a club, they also went through like a logo redesign. I was looking, and I think they nailed the logo redesign also with like the V and the lion. It all like signifies Venice as the city, and it just ties in well with the kids. So it did really well there. And also love that on Twitter they went after a couple of the like journalists or publications that were reposting him saying, you put filters over our branded model shoots. What are you doing? Like, we spend so much money trying to get the photos to look like us, and then you put a filter on it. Like, what are you doing? So it just shows how far or how much they appreciate like the aesthetic. So a brand or a club that does that, see, you want to talk about Venezia as a brand. They're not a brand, they're a football club. So I think they've nailed it. And yeah, if I was more in tune with Serie A, I would support Venezia. Just purely.
They've got a fan in me, I won't lie. Yusuf, you've put up the home kit on your website for sale, but the other ones look good too.
They're all three on sale on the website, actually. And I've held all three in my hands as well. So, yeah, like the other guys, the gold one for me it's shiny when you hold it in your hands, and it's like the shiny material. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who's going to look good in that on a date night. But the other two, wow, they're really cool. Although I do have a problem with the home one. The badges are so high up. Like,
yes, they could bring them down a little bit, but that's like a 10.5 down to a 10. It looks like it looks like it's an Armani shirt.
Yeah,
that's the feel I get.
Yeah, and I read an interview with the marketing manager or some sort. I don't know if it was marketing director or something, and he said that he looked at major fashion brands and what they were doing, and then that was the inspiration for those kits. So yeah, he nailed it. I think the black one, Joburg, and the white one, Cape Town.
I've just seen the long sleeve version on classic shirts is $9.99, and with your 99 Rand discount makes it $900. And I think that's hell of a value for that white long sleeves, which is well worthy of date night.
Go get your wife to buy that one.
For someone that doesn't know football, you can be like, "Yo, bro, Venezia is like the latest thing out of Italy. It's the next."
Yes.
You know, you can lie through your teeth on that date, bro.
1,000,000%. No, it's this new. Don't you know Venezia?
You know Venezia.
Yeah.
You're like, what? I'm gonna leave this. How do you not know Venezia?
Tala, you made a very good point. Last year, I watched
so
Venezia
hipster
games.
that it's becoming mainstream.
So Yusuf?
I was saying that Tala mentioned earlier that he watched Venezia games last season just to see the kit. I did the same. I was actually trying to find a stream 2 days ago for one of their friendlies to see how this ones look on field. Yeah, I really struggled. I didn't get to come right, but there's no pictures also of their friendlies, so I can't wait to see how it looks on the field.
Okay, guys. Yeah, that brings us to the end of our Date Night Drip Show. We've given you everything you need about the dates that you are going to be going on. Don't let summer of 2022, 2023 leave you behind. Go find your football shirt at Classic Shirt ZA and make sure that you rock it on that date with pride. Whether it's Venezia, whether it is the Spurs Billabong FC type of shirt. But find your own shirts, and you can find them at Classic Shirt ZA. Remember, go to their website, go there, and have a look at what Yusuf and his team have organized and have on sale. They really, really are good. And remember, discount code Cheap Seats 99 gets you that 99 Rand discount. And it tells him that we sent you and you watch our shows. But remember, look out for the competition. You could possibly be winning one of these shirts that we put on show, i.e. maybe the Venezia black and gold. I don't know. Or any one of the ones that we've showcased on today's show. But thank you very much, Tala. Thank you very much, Yusuf. And yes, we might have to do a third kid show, but that might put Yusuf under a lot of strain. But outside of that, have a great day, everybody. Have a good week. Enjoy the next week because it's the week before the Premier League starts. Arsenal, all or nothing. Arsenal starts on Thursday next week. Enjoy that. And then enjoy Arsenal beating Crystal Palace because that's what's going to happen. But outside of that, have a great week and goodbye, good night, and le sale cacajizo.